Okay. I'm technically not late. What? Oh, that's the mirror. Okay. I'm technically not late, but holy shit, we are so far behind schedule. Uh, everything is going wrong. Everything is going wrong. But hi, Gail. Hi, Zai. Bot said a minute over, so it's late. Here's the thing, I got a new graphics card yesterday. And so we put that in and just... It's working. It's working great. But just everything is so different that, like, there's new settings. I, forgot to plug something back in. I got on today and it was like, excess overlays fucking updating. And I was like, what do you mean it's updating? So... Whoa. Franny's... No, we're not going there. We're not going there. Hi, Brown. Hi, Techno Rave. You're early. I got... posted a new video yesterday, right? It has literally my favorite comment I've ever seen on one of my YouTube videos before. It was... I like to imagine myself walking through one of these zones on a dumb horse that just knows how to get from point A to point B. And it was like, what? What? Fucking what? I don't understand. We're gonna be here today. This is the setup I like to do before stream. Okay. Oh, I didn't... Let's update the title. Which is something I'm definitely supposed to do before stream. Some people just want a dumb horse. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so, okay. Typically, I get two types of comments. The first type is, oh my god, I love these videos. Keep doing them. Can you do this zone? And it's like, maybe. We'll see. Hi, Mitz. I've gotten a few comments that are like, hey, it's a little quiet. Can you turn the volume up? And I've been trying to raise it up more. Finally made it to the pre-walk. Yeah. I've only gotten one negative comment so far. I had one guy who was like, absolutely useless content. It's laggy and it's too quiet. You should be making your videos more like this other person. It's like, okay, dude, cool. And then there's just, every now and then there's people that are just like, they're in their own little world. Then why is he here? I don't know. Every now and then you get somebody who's just off in their own little world. Like, I like to imagine a dumb horse walking through this is like, cool. Sometimes I get something that's like, oh, I love walking through these zones with my boyfriend. It's so cool to see, like, somebody else who enjoys this. And it's like, yeah. There was one guy who was like, I've walked through these zones as a war hero for decades. Now, I can enjoy them in times of peace. It was just like, hell yeah, buddy. But okay, I think everything's set up. I don't have my other camera set up, but we'll do that when we get to the treadmill. For now, I think I want to just start stretching. Frosty has joined us. Hi. You joined really early, so I haven't done my stretches yet, so you have to do them with me. So first is knee lifts. Oh my god, those... Your feet are those buckets? Oh no, they're boots. They just... I thought you had bucket shoes. Hi.
Hello.
I don't know what stretches I'm actually supposed to be doing. I kind of just copied the Ring Fit stretches.
Fair enough.
They served me well when I was doing Ring Fit. Hi, Ramus.
Alright, the Discord comment wants to reject humanity, return to fishing pole.
Yeah, that's an understandable take. I'm not somebody that really enjoys fishing in games. I don't have a problem with it, but there's people that are just like, I don't want to do anything but fishing.
Yeah, like in MMO, like it happens a lot in MMOs where if it lasts long enough, fishing ends up being part of the MMO.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you die or you live long enough to have the fishing minigame.
Mm-hmm. So which gremlin is this one? This is Frosty Pendragon. They're cute and adorable.
Yes, and here to cause nothing but chaos and horror across the human realm.
Believable. Very believable. Although with that smile, it actually is kind of believable. There's a darkness in that smile.
uh,
Do you use excess overlay?
I know.
They had an update and it's still freaking me out. Keep being like, oh my god, it's so different. Hi, Zuvi.
Yeah, Tiff really hates Echo I also don't help with that. uh, I think
NecoArc is a cancer to society. I love NecoArc. One of my favorite things is NecoArc cover songs. Don't say that, Techno. That's mean. I hate that big-eyed thing. I'm sick of seeing her everywhere.
What's wrong with NecoEgg?
Well, I think NecoArc is perfect. I fucking love... what is it? Just the two of us. That cover. I just
My friend
remembered what
listens to
stretches left.
B1 Droid AI covers.
"80 seconds of planking." We're starting at 9:30. So that's 10:50. Hypixel. Alright. Holy shit, this graphics card. So much went wrong. It's working. It's working fine. But the installation, so much went wrong.
Yeah, like I was building my computer and like the graphics card was the last thing to come in, and we were building the computer and all was left was wait for the graphics card. We
Hmm.
all went to take a break until the graphics card came in. As soon as everyone sat down and got settled in, fucking it showed up.
Oh my god. 30 more seconds. 25. 20.
You can do it.
15.
You can do it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ugh. Ugh.
You take it.
I hate flanking so much.
I enjoy watching people exercise because most of the time they suffer.
That is the most, well, I was gonna say that was the most suffering of it. But then I remember there's days where I have 9 degrees incline and we're like 6 miles in and I'm like, end it, please.
I might have to start looking into getting a new controller covers
Oh no.
because my ADHD ripped off the one that was like the, so I have like a rubber hand grip for my controllers,
Mm-hmm.
and like one side, and each of them both have one side that's like almost off, but and my ADHD, like one of them was basically like a baby tooth, where I was able to just constantly twist around and around without stopping at all,
Hold on.
and my ADHD was just kept on.
What is it that's coming off again? The explanation or the metaphor of the twisted like a baby tooth was so visceral that I just like instantly forgot what it was getting twisted. I was just like, oh,
A little rubber nub that keeps like the cover closed. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just like you said it and it was just like I know exactly the motion. Like it's such a good. I know exactly what you're talking about, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
Apologies.
No, that's fine. We're walking. There's still black borders. I hate OBS. Okay. ARM? Graphics card. So my graphics card came yesterday. I was buying it secondhand from a friend. They were giving me a 2080. I was upgrading from a 2060. And, it comes in the mail. And I'm like, it's a graphics card. How hard can it be to put in? So I pop up the case. And the old graphics card had an 8-pin connected to the power supply. The new graphics card has an 8-pin and a 6-pin. So it needs a different cable. And I'm like, alright, this is fine. You know, there's going to be more cables with the power supply, right? The power supply has this fucking, like, cover sheath thing over it. Like, I can't see the power supply. And so I'm like, oh. Well, I need to get this off. Which required taking 4 screws off that were really tiny. And it, like, finding them, first of all, was really hard. I stripped one of the screws. So I couldn't even use my screwdriver to get one of those out. I had to, like, go and find, a better screwdriver to, like, bite into the screw. It takes, like, a fucking hour to get this fucking thing off. Anyway. Once I finally get it off, there's no daisy chain on the cable that I need to plug into the graphics card, which is like, oh, okay. I think I have more cables. I have a bag full of cables. And at this point, my friend, who was just like, yeah, I'll be on the phone with you while you're doing this. I was like, you don't need to, but he was like, whatever, I want to hang out with him anyway. I was very glad he was there, because he was like, now hold on. are you certain that these are the cables for the new computer that go with this power supply and not the old one? Because as I learned, you don't mix cables between power supplies. That could make your stuff blow up. And so
I see.
I was like, I don't know if it's the old power supply or the new power supply. And he was like, well, you don't want to plug that in until you know. And so we sat there for like 30 minutes just going, oh, do I have to buy a cable? I'm going to need this. It looks like it matches. We found a logo on the bag that matches the PC. The PC I have now is a pre-built from Origin 3 years ago. And so I was like, you know what? If the bag matches and the cable matches, we're pretty sure it's the same. And so I take out the old cable, put the new one in. And then my friend was like, no, you're not going to use the daisy chain. You're going to use both cables. So I put the old one back in, plug it in. At this point, we're at like 2 hours in the installation. Plug everything back in, turn it on. We're getting visuals to the monitor, so it's like, hell yeah, it's working. And then I opened Speccy just to, see temperatures, make sure everything's running good. The GPU is running at like 45 to 50 Celsius, which is really good. That's nice. The CPU, which we haven't touched at all, is now running at 100 Celsius. And we're like,
that's not good.
That's not good at all. So we turn it off.
That's about 300 degrees.
Yeah, and so we turn it off, and we're looking at like, hey, why is it doing this? And it turns out the heatsink, which should just plug into like a CPU fan power port, I think they're called fan headers. It's instead going to like a MODEV cable, which then goes to the power supply. I think they're called MODEVs. I feel like I'm wrong on that, but it's pointlessly going to this cable to go to the power supply instead of just straight to the motherboard. And so he's like, you don't need that cable. Get that shit out of here. Plug it into the thing. We also, before we saw the cable, I checked the putty, and the putty looked like it was ancient. So I was like, we're gonna, apply new paste to this. So applied new thermal paste, plugged in the cable to the motherboard, which the motherboard, all of the CPU fans are at the bottom of the board, and all the other ones are like covered by stuff. So I had to unseat the graphics card. The cable goes under it now. And then reseat the graphics card. Plugged it all back in. It's running great. It's running fine. The CPU is back down to like 32 or something. It's like, okay, good. But this was all like 3 hours of just, oh my god. What the hell? I literally thought this was going to be 10 minutes, pop open the case, pop this out, pop this in, done. That's not how it went at all.
You sweet summer child.
I've put in new graphics cards before. When 2019, my apartment got struck by lightning, and it actually killed my graphics card. And so I just bought a new one, took that one out, put the new one in, done. Hi, honey. That's never how it works. Yeah, sounds painful when dealing with computers. It is never simple.
Something has to go wrong in order for something to go right.
Okay. I'm way behind on chat. I felt so dumb when I couldn't figure out how to get off the... Okay, so me and Zuby played Elden Ring for the first time yesterday. Have you played Elden Ring, Frosty?
Yeah, I've gotten all the endings and trophies.
I played it with a friend for the first time yesterday. And
how'd it go?
We've kind of like paid somewhat attention to people streaming it. So we've seen like some of the bosses and whatnot, but when you're in it, it's different, right? So we get in it. The very first thing we do is go through the little tutorial thing, because this is like my first Dark Souls game ever. We see the guy on the horse, and we're like, we know that guy's a motherfucker, strolling around motherfuckerly, so we're not gonna mess with him. We're gonna go this way, into the swamp. And we kill a group of zombies there. And we see there's like this, swamp water. And there's a bunch of zombies on like a kind of sandbar in the middle. And I'm like, there's a lot of them. But we can probably take them. So we start walking up to these zombies. And a fucking dragon just lands on all the zombies. It's like, okay, fuck you, game. We fucking run. My friend dies.
As soon as you said swamp, I was like, yep, here it comes.
Mm-hmm. Zuvi dies. I got out because I was a fucking roach and escaped. He revives and we're like, okay, let's not fuck with that guy. But we can stay in the swamp. We've been dealing with things fine in swamp, just don't get too close to the dragon. So we go to these ruins, we kill a bunch of zombies there, and we find a chest. And I open it and it says, chest of entrapment activated or something. And suddenly, I'm across the world. In something, I think it was like the Celica mine. And Zuby pops up next to me because, hey, we gotta stick together. And so, we're like, okay, how bad could it be? And we fight the first zombie, and he is tanky as fuck. And we're just like, oh god, we gotta find a Grace soon. And then we see these like weird worm guys with 20 arms. And the bullshit stuff they shoot at us. And it's just like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We died. We died a lot. Eventually, though, we get through the cave. And we find a boss door. And we're like, do we really have to go through a boss door to get out of here? There's no fucking way. We find the boss. I forget its name. Mm-hmm.
You could have gone out there by going the other direction.
Yeah, no, we found that out. Don't worry. We fucking learned. We went into the Crystal Slinger room or whatever his name was. He killed us both before even getting to like 95%, and we were like, okay, let's see if we can go the other way. The door is right fucking there. And it's just like, man. Okay. Hi, Louie. We get outside, or we find the Grace, and we're like, okay, can we teleport now? Nope, can't teleport. We get outside the cave, and it lets us teleport, and we're like, get us the fuck out of here. And I'm like, okay, so we're back at literally the start. You want to go back to the swamp? Hi, Shin. And Zuby's like, no, I don't think I do want to go back to the swamp. Can we go this way? I was like, yeah, we could go that way. And so we go up this hill. It's seamless co-op, and there's a little bit of shenanigans. It seems like only one of us can talk in cutscenes at a time. Hi, Shin. Did I say hi, Shin? Hi, Shin, again. Thank you for all the help last night. We go into this castle. We're having a good time. We're actually killing stuff. We get to this bridge, and I'm like, Zuby, stop. And he goes, why? What's up? And I'm like, do you not recognize this? And he's like, no, I don't recognize this at all. And I was like, Zuby, I'm pretty sure we're at a boss that most people spend like 5 hours on trying to kill. And he's just like, yeah, I don't remember that at all, dude. And he takes 2 steps forward and triggers the cutscene and is just like, oh boy. And Margit comes down and whoops our asses. And he kills me near instantly. Zuby's actually like dodging all of his attacks. Like Zuby dodges 5 of his attacks just to get close, swing his sword, and Margit has already jumped away and made him look like a chump. And it's just like, man. Holy. So we die to that.
Like, the fact I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
The fact I can tell where you guys are at any point in time based off what you're saying is great.
Mm-hmm. So we got our asses whooped that way. We then went to the round table. I learned Ash's skill or something. And then Zuby was tired because he's from Germany, so he's like, Yuland, it's midnight. I'm very tired. Oh, Lost One's not here. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I can. Bye-bye. Can you make yourself burp, though? Hi, Metal Jesus. No, I've actually never been able to make myself burp. I've seen that one for the third time today.
Mayo burps are like a redneck American exclusive skill.
I knew a lot of
learn
people
from
that could
one
do
of
it in California, because that's where I was from, like 3rd grade to 12th grade. But yeah. So burping makes me violent. I am, but not dead tired. We only played for 2 hours. It felt like we did so much that we played for 6 hours. It was a good time.
That game has a lot of stuff in it.
I eventually want to make walking videos of it, but I want to go through the game first and like familiarize myself with all the places. We spent 30 minutes in character creation, which was Zuby just like, don't give a shit, don't give a shit, don't give a shit, I'm ready to play. And me just being like, I want to make a femboy. This game's hard to make a femboy in.
You really thought you could make a femboy?
Look, I have a pretty cute looking guy.
Yeah.
At one point, I had to reset it because I was like messing with the bone structure so much, and like, I changed the like feminine scale all the way, and that made all of the bone structure modifications that I had done at this point fucking awful. So at this point, I just looked like a Botox monstrosity, and it's just like, oh, ooh, this isn't working. It's not cute. It's not cute at all.
Yeah, you go feminine first, and then you start messing with the bones.
Yeah, I did it in the wrong order. But we did a reset. I think the character looks pretty cute.
Yeah, I just